Well, hello everyone and happy Thursday. It is digital host A.J. Wuest welcoming you back to Before the Four, the live stream where I talk about some of 48's top news stories and then some before our 4 o'clock newscast. I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday afternoon. And I think it is about time we start things off. But wherever you're watching today, whether it is on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, or the 48 Now live stream, as always, thank you so much for watching and spending just a little bit of your Thursday afternoon here. Now, starting things off with the weather, it is certainly cooling off big time here in the Tennessee Valley and heading into the weekend. We have 48 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis with everything you need to know. Brad?
All quiet out there today. In fact, it's cool out there. In fact, it's chilly, but it's one of the nicest days we're going to see this week, and definitely one of the warmer ones out there. We do get warm as we go into Sunday, but it's going to get wet and stormy. We've got a First Alert weather day now for Sunday. Main concern is the heavy rain and the strong gusty winds. Even though we're going to see a little bit of sleet perhaps in the morning hours on Sunday, our temperatures are quickly going to warm as the moisture moves in, so we're not really expecting any problems with that. The big problem is going to be the cold weather coming next week. Right now, no threat of wintry weather, but we will be watching beyond next Thursday. Here's this developing storm here. We're on the southern edge of a major winter storm. Far enough south, you're going to get a severe weather threat, and that's going to be developing probably in central Mississippi down to the Gulf Coast. As we get to 1:30 Sunday, it's still a chilly rain around here, 41 in Huntsville, 35 in Chattanooga. If you are traveling north, you're going to run into this wintry mess somewhere around Paducah to the north and back into Missouri and Kansas. Here come the thunderstorms around here, mainly just strong gusty winds and heavy rain. The primary severe weather threat will likely end up just off to our south and probably south of Tuscaloosa, somewhere down in this area here. So we'll continue to watch that for you, but right now the cold air is a given coming in behind this storm system, and that's the real thing you need to be preparing for. That and the strong gusty winds and heavy rain coming this weekend.
Well, thank you, Brad. And speaking of the weather, the city of Athens is still recovering following the EF1 tornado that came through the city over the weekend. Today, Mayor Ronnie Marks, House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter, and Representative Danny Crawford were a few officials who spoke in a press conference today, following up on the damage. The mayor said in the presser that there are no reported injuries from the tornado, that it takes a village to clean up from all the storm damage, and that the city of Athens will grow back stronger. And 48's Noah Cowell will be following up on the cleanup efforts going on in Athens coming up in our evening newscast, so make sure to stick around for that. But now some sad news today out of Auburn. Today we learned an Auburn University graduate was killed in the New Orleans terror attack. University President Christopher Roberts confirmed today. Drew Dauphin, a Montgomery native, is one of at least 14 people who were killed in the attack early yesterday. Dauphin graduated from Auburn in 2023. And a University of Alabama student was also killed in yesterday's attack. University President Stuart Bell confirmed that Kareem Badawi sadly lost his life. Badawi was from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He graduated high school in 2024. Very sad news there. But now, speaking of yesterday's attack, 48's Nick Ballinger recently spoke with a Gunnersville native who was visiting New Orleans when the attack happened. A last-minute decision could have saved his life. 48's Nick Ballinger with the story.
This crime scene is being called a terrorist attack. Investigators say this man, 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, sped past police barricades with intent to mow down as many people with a truck as possible. He managed to kill over a dozen and sent around 30 more to the hospital before he was killed in a shootout by New Orleans police. Gunnersville man Joey Gilliland says a last-second decision may have saved his life.
There was just something off. It didn't seem safe. The 2 nights before, I just felt eerie driving back into New Orleans.
He planned to go to a concert New Year's Eve, which would have put him near the attack around the same time.
I don't know, for some reason, when we got done eating, I just said, I don't think I want to go tonight. I don't know why I didn't.
Investigators suspect Jabbar, a U.S. Army veteran and U.S. citizen, did not act alone. Potential explosive devices were found in the French Quarter, and others caught on camera placing them. Former director of TDAC, the FBI's Terrorist Explosive Device Analytical Center, Scott Sweeto, points to this type of device found as a telltale sign.
You start putting remote features on there, and now you get into really rarefied territory. You get into the sort of things that you would expect with the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013.
Sweeto served 30 years as a special agent in the ATF. He says the explosives found away from Jabbar almost prove what his original plan was.
Certainly the belief is going to be that they intended, as part of this complex attack, to use the vehicle to mow people down, get out and start shooting. People are going to be running everywhere, and then you start setting off devices to cause additional carnage.
Sweeto also believes a fire that broke out at a nearby Airbnb that investigators say was rented by Jabbar was set intentionally to cover his tracks.
Like, okay, we're either looking at the biggest coincidence in the history of the earth, which I frankly don't believe in, or you're looking at probably crime concealment.
As for those explosives that were found, Sweeto says if proper procedure was followed, they're right here in the valley.
Would have been sent to the explosive unit that's part of the Terrorist Explosive Device Analytical Center right here on the arsenal.
From there, analysts will search the devices for DNA in hopes of finding anyone connected to the attack.
Well, thank you, Nick. Now, a Huntsville man is behind bars after being charged with both sodomy and sexual abuse after allegedly performing sexual actions with a juvenile. According to Huntsville police, an investigation began on May 5th of 2024. After the investigation, a warrant was issued for 37-year-old Matthew Wayne Hill, that is who you see on screen, on December 31st. Hill was arrested and taken to the Madison County Jail, where he's held without bond. Now, authorities are still searching for the suspect in the Christmas Day shooting on Uvalde Lane in Huntsville. 48 Savannah Sapp with the latest.
The mystery surrounds the Christmas Day shooting that claimed the life of 37-year-old Leah Jones on Uvalde Lane. Many of the neighbors who live in the area tell me the shooting has shocked their community, and they want to know more about what happened. Huntsville investigators continue their search for this man, who they say is a person of interest in the case. They say this is video of him walking away from the scene shortly after the shooting. I spoke to neighbors who say they don't recognize the man in the video, nor did they really know Leah Jones. Police later released clearer surveillance footage of the man stopping into what appears to be a store. They are asking anyone who may recognize him to contact the police department. And anyone with that information is encouraged to contact Huntsville Police Investigator Hayden or report it anonymously to Crime Stoppers. In Huntsville, I'm Savannah Sapp, 48 News, on your side.
Thank you, Savannah. And now moving out to the Shoals, where a man was shot in the leg yesterday near Infusion's Bar and Grill. 48's Aria Pons with those details.
Muscle Shoals police officers are still investigating a shooting that occurred on New Year's Day around 2 a.m. Police Chief Clint Rex shared that a 24-year-old was shot in the leg, but he's been discharged from the hospital since then. As of now, we don't know much about what exactly happened or why it happened in the first place. Muscle Shoals officers responded to a call at the intersection of 2nd Street and Airport Road. Officers say a crime scene was set up near Infusion's Bar and Grill, which acts as a nightclub. There is a neighborhood surrounding the area. Some neighbors believe that the shooting did not happen at the nightclub, though, but somewhere down the road. They say the club is loud from time to time and parking is a nightmare on the street. But other than that, it hasn't been known to have any fights or other violence break out there. They say it's a quiet area normally, and Infusions has only really been there for a little over a year. Officers say that people have nothing to worry about since they believe it was a one-off incident and no other injuries have been reported. So far, a suspect hasn't been named yet. Officers are asking for your help, though, in gathering information. If you know anything or you saw anything, reach out to the Muscle Shoals Police Department. As we continue to learn more, we'll keep you updated. Reporting in Muscle Shoals, Aria Pons, 48 on your side.
Well, thank you, Aria. Now coming up after the break, we'll go through how senior citizens will be saving money on their prescriptions, the weekly Huntsville area Crime Stoppers, an update on Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe, and how to stay on track of your fitness goals in 2025. It's all ahead. I'll see you all in 1 minute. Well, hello and welcome back to Before the Four. Now in state news, thousands of Alabamians will be saving money at the pharmacy this year. A new Medicare prescription drug cap that kicked in yesterday. Right now, prescription copays are capped at a maximum of $2,000 a year for people on Medicare prescription drug plans. Brady Talbert with WBRC recently spoke with a spokesperson with WARP who estimates 61,000 Alabamians will save on prescriptions. And that is not the only thing that is changing. Take a listen.
Another thing that we have not had until now is the ability for Medicare to negotiate prescription drug prices directly. Literally every other health insurance, public health insurance like the VA, Medicaid, private health insurance like most of us have, all of that is, they have the ability and power to negotiate prescription drug prices. Only Medicare was left out. So this is a new opportunity for Medicare to start negotiating.
Now in sports news, Alabama's Jalen Milroe announced he will declare for the 2025 NFL Draft. The redshirt junior spent the last 2 seasons as the team's starting quarterback. Milroe ends his time at Alabama with an overall 21-6 record as a starter and helped guide the Crimson Tide to the college football playoffs in 2023. We wish him the best of luck. Well, today is Thursday, and you all know what that means. That means it is time for the Huntsville Area Crime Stoppers. Let's take a look at who 48's Gina Benitez, along with Huntsville Police, need your help stopping this week.
Huntsville police are looking for a guy they say tried to get some cash at a place called Easy Money, but turns out it wasn't that easy. He took off, but authorities are hoping someone recognizes him. This happened on December 19th. Police say this guy came into the Easy Money on University Drive and tried to cash a stolen check. They say he also attempted to use a driver's license that did not appear to be his when he was asked for ID. The guy then took off in a black hatchback that police say may be rusted on the side. If you know who he is, call Huntsville Police. Take a good look at Robert Richardson. Cops say he ran from them into a field and then took out 2 chain-link fences in the process. He's wanted for attempting to elude. Dyron Primus is accused of having drugs on him. He's wanted for possession of synthetic narcotics. Police want to bring in Nicole Hollingsworth for possession of a controlled substance. It's easy to earn up to $1,000. If you have any information that can help police, just call 256-53-CRIME or add a tip to P3 Tips. That's an app you can download on the App Store. You can also text or email your tips. For more information, visit the Crime Stoppers link on our website, WAFF.com.
Well, thank you, Gina. And now a great story out of Decatur. The Salvation Army is opening a warming center starting this Monday due to the forecasted freezing temperatures. The center, located at 100 Austinville Road Southwest, will allow entry at 4 p.m. Monday and remain open until 9 a.m. Tuesday. According to the Decatur Daily, organizers expect to be open the remainder of next week. And well, as the new year begins, Most gyms will be packed with people embarking on their fitness goals for the start of the new year. David Horwitz talks to trainers who want to remind people to do something they enjoy and be patient. Results take time.
Walk, run, play basketball.
According to Statista.com, exercising more is the third most common New Year's resolution. People we spoke with tell us their fitness plans for the new year.
The goal is to take judo and my fitness journey, lose another 50 pounds, and try to make the Olympic team for New Britain and Connecticut.
Others want to set an example for their kids.
Our son is pretty active in a lot of sports, so we try to keep him motivated with eating right, sleeping well, and doing as much activities as possible from a fitness aspect.
Some just want to simply reap the benefits of exercise.
Going to the gym is just important for everything. You know, it's better for your health. It makes your mood a little bit better. It gives you something to do.
Regardless of your fitness plans, the reality is many people fall off. But Yvette Andino, a trainer at The Edge, tells us the key is to start by doing something you enjoy.
There's so many different realms of the fitness world, like your powerlifting, right? Your classes.
From there, it's about consistency.
You want to make it a habit and a routine to the point where you just naturally want to come to the gym.
And last but not least, show yourself some grace.
Be patient with yourself. You know, not everybody's going to come in the gym and lift the heaviest weight, or not everybody's going to be able to come every single day. So I'd say just be forgiving with yourself when you can't make it. And if you can, then just try to make the most of it.
You won't see results right away, which is tough, but once you do, it makes you keep going.
Sometimes the best goal is to improve your quality of life.
And it's more than just a scale. It's like, oh, maybe I'm stronger here. Maybe I can go upstairs without, getting out of breath. It's those little things that should be celebrated more than just a scale.
Awesome stuff. That is great. And I'll be hitting the gym later, striving for the new year to get my fitness on a little bit more. So I am expecting it to be packed. But now let's check out this awesome story. Tens of thousands of fans pack Lambeau Field to watch the Packers play. But a father-son duo stands out among them. As Emerson Lehman shows us, they've been filling the seats for more than 60 years while helping others. Take a look at this.
The magic that is Lambeau Field can be tough to describe, and for one Green Bay man, he's been experiencing it for nearly 7 decades in more ways than one.
Just something to be a part of.
For Green Bay's Pete Lemire,
it's exciting to be a part of it.
His love for the green and gold goes way back.
Fall of 1948, my first game. Kind of got hooked on the Packers and been a fan ever since.
10 years later, in 1958,
15 and 16.
He made a decision that would change his family's game day experience forever.
And after we came to the new stadium, as we mentioned, we were coming to most every game anyhow. And so we thought, well, we might as well buy the season tickets.
Section 117, row 46, seats 15 and 16.
Pete's son, Mike, has been in charge of the family tickets for the last 20 years.
It's kind of the same feeling that it's just an excitement to be here, just seeing the crowd.
The father-son duo experiencing some of Lambeau's most historic moments firsthand.
The Ice Bowl probably, because it was pretty chilly that day. I have the mittens I bought for that game.
The Snow Bowl. We were both here in '85. Luckily, my parents lived close enough we could walk to the game and walk back.
At 91 years young, Pete is trading in aluminum seats at Lambeau for his recliner at home, allowing his family to take in the game day fun.
I kind of watch it from the easy chair now.
But he still finds a reason to make his way to 1265 Lombardi Avenue.
I'm on the Lambeau Field cleanup with the Friends of Plum and Pilot Islands. We get together, we clean up, we have fun talking. It's just fun to do.
Helping raise money for a cause close to his heart and supporting the football team that captured it so many years ago.
It's special to be part of the family that's, living on the Packer tradition.
Reporting inside Lambeau Field.
Go Pack, go.
Emerson Lehman, Action 2 News.
How awesome is that? But now let's head into the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscast. The latest on a community center in Gunnersville closing. Get the latest on that story from 48 Savannah Sapp coming up. Another story you're just not going to want to miss. A young Decatur student going viral with his artwork. And finally, Colbert County officials looking to open a new jail. These are just a few of the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscast. And I think it is just about that time. And you might be asking what time it is. It is time for Facebook Fun. This is how we like to end Before the Four every single day. If you're just now joining Before the Four for the first time, welcome. Welcome to Facebook Fun. Our 48 Facebook question of the day was, which household chore do you hate the most? And honestly, I think a better question for myself would have been, which household chore do you actually like? Because I don't think there's a household chore I actually find pleasure doing. I do not enjoy those chores. But let's see what you all had to say. Which one can you not stand? You dread. You will do anything to not have to do whatever it is. Let's see. Linda said changing bed sheets. I do not blame you, Linda. That is especially like putting back on the fitted sheet. I don't know why. I can never find which end goes on the, like I always put it on sideways at first, and then I have to try 2 or 3 more times to get that bed sheet on the bed. I do not blame you. That is a very dreaded chore there. Linda, thank you so much for commenting. And let's see what else you all had to say. Misty said dishes. I hate dishes. I hate dishes too. I hate dishes so much that I'm no longer hand washing my dishes. I'm putting them in the dishwasher, and then I'm dreading putting the dishes from the dishwasher back into my cabinet. That's how bad I hate doing dishes. But honestly, it can be okay sometimes. Like on a cold day, if you want to warm up with some warm water, that is certainly a good way to do it. So that's not my least favorite chore, but I still don't love doing any of the chores. But Misty, thank you so much for commenting. Janice, she said mopping and cleaning toilets. Yes, I think the latter there might be my least favorite chore. Hate cleaning toilets. Not fun. Just cleaning anything in the bathroom, I am not a fan of. Janice, awesome comment there. Thank you so much. Abby said putting away the laundry. Yeah. And when you don't do that, the clothes just pile up. You have mountain clothes. And that is never fun. Abby, I agree 100%. And then Lenora and I, we're on the same page. She said all of them. And Lenora, me too. Me too. Well, Lenora, thank you so much for commenting. And everyone who commented on today's Before the Four, thank you so much. Or everyone who commented on Facebook Fun, rather, thank you so much for commenting. As always, it makes my days reading what you all have to say. That is for sure. Well, that is all she wrote for today's Before the Four. I want to thank you all for sticking around and spending a bit of your Thursday afternoon here. I hope you all enjoy tonight's newscast. Maybe you're watching some football tonight, this afternoon. Whatever you're doing this afternoon, I hope you have a great time doing it. And with that said, that is all she wrote. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great night.